Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to another edition of We Are Wrestling. This is our go-home show before we head towards Runnin Wild Brother, which is going to be our event for October. First off, I'd like to say this is the first video I have recorded since the retirement of Daniel Bryan. So I'd just like to say, just really thank you for everything that Daniel Bryan's ever done. I've been a fan since he debuted in the WWE. I was one of those guys who never watched the Independents, but discovered them on EWR of all things. And that's where I kind of learned my indie wrestlers back in the day when I was playing EWR. One of the guys I used many years ago. So when he signed with WWE, I was quite excited. And ever since that debut match in NXT against Chris Jericho, I was hooked as a fan. I enjoyed the whole, you're a elite world class wrestler, but you can't make it in the WWE. That run was good. Was gutted when he got fired, but it was one of the very, I want to say very few, because it wasn't a big reaction at the time, but it was really excited when he came back at SummerSlam, and then had the subsequent run with the US title. But just stuff like that. Then they put him in bizarre storylines with Gail Kim, Bellas. Then we finally kind of got him winning Money in the Bank. Scheduled not to win, not to cash in. Mark Henry gets an injury, becomes World Heavyweight Champion, and then just complete gold. Yes starts, no starts. WrestleMania versus Sheamus might have been 18 seconds, but the crowd was electric that night. Team Hell No, and it was just fantastic comedy. And then just all the stuff with the battle against the Authority. But no, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely gutted he's retired, but completely understand it. Health comes first, and as he says, he wants to be there for his family and wants to be in the best mental and physical capacity for his family, which is completely understandable. So all I can say is thank you, Daniel Bryan. I'm certainly going to miss booking you in TW storylines, but thankfully we do have retro mods and stuff like that, so we'll always be able to book a little bit of Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon. So just want to say that. But we have to kick on with our show, which is We Are Wrestling Our Time, our go-home show, as I say. It's a double booking. This and our event is in the same day. We're only missing 2 people this time, so thankfully the event will go down smoothly. And we're booking it in the Sir Matt Busby Centre. We are maybe 300 fans less of that capacity, but it's a kind of area that you can boom in. You can maybe get a few extra fans in the door, so I've taken the risk and gamble there. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and here we go. It's We Are Wrestling Our Time, the go-home show. Enjoy. So in a match that had average crowd reaction, but some decent in-ring action, we had Sha Samuels defeat Kenny Williams in 8 minutes and 6 by pinfall with a spinebuster. This got a D-39. Good stuff as always from the commentary team. Disappointingly no skill improvements. Negatives here. Both guys holding back, both guys having poor gimmicks. They're obviously the low experience of the announce team. And Sha Samuels' chemistry as well. But building him up, I feel like we've kind of misused him at times. Now he cuts a promo. Did you see that, you bloody mugs? This is what happens when someone steps up to face East, Sha Samuels. I kick their arse and send them backing back down the road. Should be packing back down the road. Now, let's be honest. I've been used pretty sparingly here and We Are Wrestling. Well, things are about to change. It's time I started having some fun around here and causing a little destruction and chaos. So at the next event, Running Wild Brother, any of you has the balls to face me and try and mug me off, bring it on and I'll kick your arse. So an E plus 35 for that, and he finishes it by saying, East! No skill improvements, but just a promo highlighting that he will be at the event, ready to face anyone who wants to challenge him. Next up, we've got a short announcement from Billy Kirkwood. Last week, Robbie Solar was attacked, and we've yet to find out who was behind the attack. We can confirm though that Solar suffered no serious injuries, and he will be fine to compete at Running Wild Brothers. This got a D-39. No skill improvements or anything there, just a little segment there with that announcement. Next up, in a match that had some average crowd reaction and some decent in-ring action, Rockstar Spud defeated Bram in 9 minutes and 3 by pinfall. with a quick roll up. Solid D44 for these two, always at a pretty good match because of the good chemistry between them. No skill improvements on this occasion, negatives, pretty low, just both guys holding back, poor gimmick for Bram, and low experience for the announce team. We then see Bram going backstage after the commercial break, and he's holding his head, shaking it basically because he's lost, when he bumps into Big Damo. Damo says, "So Bram, I see you're having a problem with these little midgets around here." Bram says, What's it to you? They keep getting fluky wins out of nowhere. It's a joke. A disgrace." Damo then says, "Well, how about this then? If you want to get rid of them for good, how about our Runnin Wild Brothers, Bram and Damo, team up and take them out for good?" Bram nods his head. "Yes, mate. Yes, I love it. Let's smash these cunts up." So we're going to see Bram and Damo team up against two midgets at Runnin Wild Brothers, or two midgets in their eyes, smaller wrestlers. E plus 32, or we'll call them cruiserweights. Worker improvements, none there, but it's just highlighting the fact that, Bram's on a bit of a losing streak, getting a bit pissed off. And like Damo says, you need a hand, I can cause some chaos. Next up, we've got Grado, who's getting ready for the main event. Tonight I've got a big matchup, tagging with Mikey Whiplash, Mark Coffey and Jackie Polo. Now we've got to face the likes of Big Dave Mastiff, Marty Scurll and the evil Sumerian Death Squad. But you see, I'm no scared of any of them. You see, I've learned to grow balls and man up to every situation. If I want to be heavyweight champion, then these obstacles will always be in my way. As for my tag partners, sure, aye, we might not see eye to eye, but I'm sure when it all comes down to it, we'll be fine. So Grado, a bit nervous, but he's thinking, if I'm going to become heavyweight champion, I need to overcome all these obstacles, and if I'm scared, I've just got to deal with it. A solid D47, I'm always going to get a good entertainment promo from him, so that was another reason for doing that. And that leads to our main event, which is an 8-man tag, and a match that had average crowd reaction and some decent in-ring action. We had Grado, Mikey Whiplash and Polo Promotions defeat Dave Mastiff, Marty Scurll and the Sumerian Death Squad in 1838, and Grado defeated Michael Dante by pinfall with a wee boot. A D42 is pretty okay, maybe could have been a little bit better because of the star power involved in this one. Dave Mastiff is improving his performance skills, and maybe we get a lot of negatives here through holding back and poor gimmicks, but overall pretty happy with that. And it finishes the show. The unthinkable has happened, and it is Grado who scores the pinfall over Michael Dante in the 8-man tag match. He gets up and he celebrates as his theme music plays. Mikey Whiplash, Mark Coffey and Jackie Polo enter the ring. However, Whiplash looks a little bit hesitant as he sees a huge shift of momentum heading towards Grado before the fatal 4-way match at Runnin Wild Brothers. He teases a bit of tension by getting in the face of Grado, which leads to Polo Promotions trying to separate him. However, Whiplash backs down and says he'll see Grado next time. Whiplash, Grado, Scurll, and Mastiff. It happens next time at Runnin Wild Brother, and it's for the We Are Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. D plus 49, very happy with that. The segment lifted the crowd, no skill improvements, only negative was Grado's chemistry. Overall, a D44, so a good televised show, and that will lead us straight into the event that is We Are Running Wild Brothers. Cabana and Rhino are the only two guys that are going to be missing, so that's not too bad. And all I'm going to do now is just quickly run through the card we have so far. We have that fatal 4-way between Whiplash, Grado, Scurll and Mastiff for the championship. We also have a tag match which is going to be Robbie Solar and Noam Dar against Damien O'Connor and Bram. And for the tag team championships, booked in at the moment is Polo Promotions taking on the Sumerian Death Squad in their rematch. So that is all the matches that I'm going to have booked in at the moment. As I said, book the rest of the card. We've got a full roster available. I'll just need to see what kind of makes sense, is because the next event after this, if I've got my pre-booking again, would be wherever it's hiding, my November event. So the November event is basically going to be the potential 1-year anniversary show. Yep, so Inception was the first show back in December last year, so we're already closing in a year. So the November show shall be hopefully, a 1 year anniversary. So, like our WrestleMania, I just need to think of a name. So, any suggestions for that, I would happily take that in the comments section below. Any predictions for these 3 matches as well, let me know. And as always, thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, drop a wee thumbs up. Say any comments regarding that. Are you hyped for TW 2016? And hell, any Daniel Bryan moments as well, any memories? Let me know. See if we both get one of the best moments of his career as one of our favourites. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.